In the winter of 1866, the northern plains were silent under a pale sky. Snow rested lightly across the rolling hills, and the wind carried a chill that seemed to whisper warnings across the open land. Tension had been building for months. The United States Army had established forts along important travel routes, hoping to protect settlers and wagon trains. But for the Lakota and Cheyenne nations, these roads cut through sacred hunting grounds and ancestral lands. Among the Lakota warriors was a young but respected leader known as Crazy Horse. He was not loud or boastful. He rarely spoke more than necessary. But he understood the land better than anyone, its hills, its ridges, its hidden valleys. And he understood something even more important: patience. At Fort Phil Kearny, Captain William J. Fetterman believed his men were strong enough to defeat any force on the plains. Confident in their rifles and training, he often expressed frustration at what he saw as cautious leadership. On December 21st, a small group of native riders appeared near the fort, drawing attention. They rode boldly, almost carelessly, as if challenging the soldiers to follow. It was exactly what Crazy Horse intended. The riders were not there to fight, they were there to lure. Fetterman and around 80 soldiers pursued them, convinced they could quickly overpower what looked like a small band. They crossed ridges and descended into unfamiliar terrain, moving farther from the safety of the fort. The sky above seemed endless. The snow-muted earth gave no sign of danger. But beyond the next ridge, hidden from sight, hundreds of Lakota and Cheyenne warriors waited in silence. Crazy Horse's plan was simple but brilliant. Draw the soldiers away. Stretch their formation. Lead them into ground chosen carefully, a place where numbers, mobility, and knowledge of the terrain would outweigh rifles. As Fetterman's unit crested the final hill, the quiet shattered. War cries echoed across the valley. Warriors emerged from every direction, riding swiftly across the snow-covered plains. What moments before looked like open land suddenly became a trap with no clear escape. The soldiers tried to regroup. They formed defensive positions. But they were surrounded. The distance between them and the fort was now too great. The battle was intense and brief. When the smoke cleared, none of Fetterman's 81 men remained alive. It became one of the most shocking defeats the U.S. Army had experienced on the Great Plains at that time. For the Lakota and Cheyenne, the battle was not simply a victory in combat. It was a powerful message: the land was not empty, and it would not be surrendered without resistance. Crazy Horse did not celebrate loudly. Those who knew him said he believed deeply in protecting his people and their way of life. The victory showed that strategy, unity, and knowledge of the land could overcome even a well-armed opponent. History would remember that cold December day as a turning point in the conflict known as Red Cloud's War. But beyond dates and statistics, it remains a story about leadership, overconfidence, and the power of careful planning. On the frozen plains of Wyoming, patience defeated pride, and a carefully set trap changed history.